like Austin, I'm a wellbeing support worker at Sunderland Mind. So that means that I get involved in running adult and young people's groups, but I also get involved in sort of a little bit about social media and newsletter and things like that as well. So Sunderland Mind are an independent mental health charity. So we work around building resilience in young people. We've got lots of different sort of services that we offer. We've got a counselling team and we've got a wellbeing team. I'm part of the wellbeing team. So specifically for young people, we have a young people's group, which runs on a Thursday. So we've got it from 4:30 till about 6 o'clock, and it's all around building resilience in young people, exploring their emotional well-being through loads of fun and games and in a setting where they feel comfortable. And we also offer and deliver a one-to-one service, which is a listening ear. So it's not quite counselling, but it's an opportunity for individuals to offload to somebody who's completely separate from what they've got going on sort of at home. It can be completely confidential. So we offer that in-house and also in a variety of different schools in the local area. We also work with schools to deliver sort of training for young people. So we've got this peer mentor scheme where we train up young people in school to be peer mentors within their school, to give individuals just sort of like that in between the teachers, to sort of have like a representative, somebody to speak to that can then pass that message on if they're a little bit uncomfortable doing that to the teacher. It just gives them like an in between. So we work with the young people around communication skills, like giving them an awareness of what mental health is and just sort of the best way to support their peers and like signpost over and across. We also have sort of groups that we can offer and deliver in school. So we call them lunch clubs. But what they are, it's like a little mini version of like what we do on a Thursday night. So it's just all again around fun, resilience-based activities in sort of lunch, during the lunch hour, when sometimes people can feel a little bit like neglected and not have anywhere to go. We give them that space to make them feel more comfortable. So we also have for young people, I've spoken a little bit about the listening, but we also have a young people's counsellor in-house as well. So it just means that we can sort of give them that pathway of support, and if they need the one-to-one, if they come in through listening and they need that little bit extra support, we can pass them over to the counsellor, or the counsellor can they can self-refer themselves in for counselling through them as well.
My parents put out this email.
Yeah.
And were going all on about it. So I went, sign us up, and I'll go.
I was at a counselling session at school and she recommended it.
I must say, the staff is lovely and they're all icons.
Everything we do is like really fun. Like there's always stuff to do. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a self-referral into the service, so that can come from professionals, it can come from teachers, parents from the schools, and they just get in touch. So you can give us a ring on our phone number, you can get in touch through social media, email addresses, and we've got loads of posters out there. Our website has all of our information on as well, and that is for any of the services. So for our group, for our listening service that we can deliver in-house, and also for the counselling as well. But if they're wanting to get involved in training or anything like that, they can get in touch with us as well. We sort of do advertising obviously across our social medias, across our website, all that sort of thing. We do we work really well and close with a lot of schools in the area, so we're in delivering assemblies and getting the name out there and things like that. And then we're out delivering sort of in the local community. We're going to fairs, we're going to like all sort of pop-up things across the city. But it's mostly sort of through the schools and through the professional route. That way is how we promote. So mental health, everybody has it. Everybody has mental health. It's just sort of a case of if it's poor at the moment, if it's good, it's a bit of like a roller coaster across the board. But what we tend to say to young people in a way to help them understand is it's your thoughts and feelings, and everybody has that, and it's all just about managing that in a positive way, helping understand what they are, because some people don't know what their thoughts and feelings are. They find it difficult to distinguish them. So that's what mental health is. We encourage our young people to sort of get educated and understand themselves, and to sort of like to talk, I think is the main thing. If there's anything that they feel is out of character, or anything like that, to talk to either ourselves or a loved one or somebody out there, just to help them understand, and it makes the issue a lot less smaller, because sometimes it can feel really big and overwhelming. So talking is probably the biggest thing we encourage for that. I would say again, just talking to people, because I think sometimes you can feel the issue can feel so big and so overwhelming, and sometimes just by having that conversation with somebody, it just lets it out, and it makes it so much smaller, or at least in a way that you can deal and manage with it better, and you can sort of break down the issue, understand it, and then we sort of teach our young people as well all about resilience, all about understanding their emotional well-being. So through sort of activities and stuff that we encourage, that sort of gives them the tools to help understand it a lot better as well. So we do it through all the services that we offer. So we offer, as I said previously, we've got the listening ear, we've got the counselling support there available as well. We've got our group support we've got that in-house and in the schools and stuff. So we scale basically the individuals up to help understand their own mental health through the resilience-based activities, through fun and games around emotional well-being and understanding. And then the more they get to understand themselves, and the more we normalise mental health and how they're feeling, then the easier it is for them to understand it moving forward and take care of it in a positive way. I would say to ask them. And I think that sometimes in that situation, people might panic and think, oh, what do I need to do? Like, you're panicking, what do I need to do? But if somebody has suffered a panic attack before, they might have their own coping mechanisms in place already. Some people find it grounding techniques helpful. Some people find breathing exercises helpful. Some people find distraction techniques helpful. One that always comes up that I don't think a lot of people think about is like counting numbers like out of kilter, or like so like going from 7 to 49, just to like trick your brain into thinking about something else. So the first thing I would say is to ask them first, and if it's their first time experiencing it and they might not know, then think about the grounding techniques, the breathing, and then maybe together you can get into a place where they can calm down, and then you can have that conversation afterwards and sort of like just try and keep calm and try and provide that sort of calming environment. And then afterwards, and when it's moved on, if you found the situation quite difficult or anything, then find somebody who you can speak to about it. It can be really difficult. It can, when you're having to deal with and be that sort of safe space for people, then when somebody's telling you the most difficult and heart-wrenching things and you can't show that, it can be really difficult. But I think the reward of it just makes it so much more worth it. So I love my job, and I love supporting young people, and it's always worth it. But it can be difficult, but I think the positives way outshine it. I do. I love it. I love it. I came as a volunteer originally, and then I've sort of progressed to becoming a wellbeing support worker through years of being here. But to touch a little bit on the previous question as well, with the support as a team, and the team that I work in is amazing, and we all have each other's back. We all are each other's safe space. No matter what goes on outside the office, there is always the office to sort of come back to. And managerially, there's loads of support there. There's a big open door policy. So if we ever have anything, we just have to go and stick our head in the office, and there's not a problem that can't ever be fixed. And they have a really good in sort of house system as well. There's lots of support across the organisation available if any of us are struggling and things like that, and they can signpost in the relevant directions and stuff as well. But no, I love it. I love working one-to-one with young people. I love working in the group settings with young people. They're just the things that they come out with, and their honesty and everything. I love it, and I love the fact that you get to see the progression, because some of them I've known since they've been 7, and you see them right through, and some of them you get to know as a teenager, and you're part of such like pivotal points in their life that to see them progress, whether it's for 6 weeks that I know them through a listening session, or if it's like a year then I know them for like through like a group activity or whatever, to see them from where they are at the beginning and then to see them at the end is just amazing.